Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, my friends over at Patreon and indeed quite a few people over the years made a request that I did a episode about bass sound design and bass production or whatever. And I've decided I'm going to do it, even though that I put it off for years because I just thought like I really couldn't be bothered with macho EDM trolls getting butthurt at me because I didn't use 20 instances of Silence. Anyway, enough of that petty crap. Let's get on with it. So, bass. I mean, you know, when I think of bass, I think of like bass like this. Like I'll get my bass, you know, like. That's what I think of bass, like, you know. Yeah, all right, a bass is in your face. Yeah, it's fat. Ugh, I don't know. But like, I don't really listen to a lot of music that has really aggressive bass in. But anyway, we're going to use operator. There we go, that'll do. Video over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get operator and I'm going to put the operator into like this parallel algorithm here, so all the oscillators are running through at the same time, because if you want to make a big, well, if I like to make a big bass sound, I like to layer them up, get loads and loads and loads of them, and then compress them the right way so that they just become this nice big ball in the middle of the speakers, or in this case my headphones. So let's start with one instance of operator. Like, we can just turn up all the sine waves. I've got a limiter on my master track, so we should be okay, even though that if you look at this here, you can see that, holy mother, I've gone up to 12 dB. So let's just chuck that on there for now. So that sounds all right, isn't it? But for that kind of classic Reese, let's use some saws. Couple of saws and the sine, and maybe I'll take the top sine and go down, and I'm just going to detune one of these saws, and then I'm going to jump to one voice with a little bit of glide. So yeah, there you go. If you're into that sort of shit. I made an album once called, can't remember what it was called now, 100 Sides, and that was probably the most sort of dance-based thing I've probably ever done sound design on, so you can go and look at that. But that was largely a lot of, you know, what I kind of like to call the sort of trumpet, the trumpet bass, which is, you know, a pair of saws, one slightly out of tune, with a high pass filter, low pass filter, and just a slow attack on the envelope, which I've completely forgotten how to do in operator. Oh, we do it here. Here we go. So actually, that's the amp envelope. We don't want that. No. So let's go here and. I'm kind of old school. I like sort of. You know, that kind of retro bass sound, you know, sort of Vangelis. But yeah, I mean, really, you've just got to layer them up. You've got to layer up the sounds, and then the more oscillators you chuck in, the bigger it's going to be. But we can get fun with the modulation as well. We can experiment with this looping envelope. Let's come down a bit. I kind of like that it's sort of wobble, but it's more like a nudge rather than just a straight up wobble. Do people even still like wobble? Is that called that anymore? Is some 21-year-old gonna leave me something really sarcastic in the comments? Yeah, well done, Grandad. So, tell you what, let's group that, and let's macro that, and now let's just duplicate that 8 times, or however many times. Quite big, isn't it? I mean, my headphones are reverberating, but that's just silly using that many. Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, I'm just gonna fuck off that operator for now. I actually like to get quite balls deep in sort of playing around with just pure sine waves and finding like weird stuff that can happen when you oh, not that. Mate, a bit of FM bass as well, I like that. If you kind of start to play around with so that was so I'm using multiple voices, three sine oscillators. One of them's detuned, and I'm playing a C here and a C here at the same time. And like you can hear that you get that kind of sort of horrid out of tune, and you just want to sample that. Really, that's what I would think to do. Let's just let's resample that. See what we get. See how it sounds. Okay, what do we have there? Look at it. Whoa, look at that. So why don't we put that into a sampler and just see how it sounds for a laugh when we start playing it like a sample. Let's pull this in. Let's put the snap on so that I can kind of ping it right on a... There we go. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's turn you off. Oh, I'm a bit low now. I think that sounds kind of fun. Like in the shaper now we can sort of add some shape. I mean, you can actually, we don't actually need to use the sampler at all. I mean, you can actually do the wave shaping in Operator. Forget where you do it here. I think it's in the filter. Yeah, we turn the shaper on here. Oh, hang on. Oh my goodness me. So okay, we did, I mean, there's not a huge amount. Okay, there we go. Wow. So as the sine waves are going out of tune, they're kind of increasing and decreasing the amount of harmonics that are then affecting the wave shaper to get this sort of thing. This is all fun stuff you can try whatever. There's a lot to be had for experimenting with a load of sine waves, which I have now since got bored of, so I'm just going to start again, get a new operator in. Let's pull up all. Why don't we try a little bit of FM with the second oscillator here, oscillator B, and we'll use the amp envelope. There we go. We don't get any slope though on this envelope, which is a bit of a shame, never mind. And I think it's always worth going to mono and having a little bit of glide on. It's like 100 milliseconds. Let's maybe bring in another. Oh. Yeah, don't know what you think of that. Yeah, and then once you've done that, as I said, group them. And then duplicate them loads. I'm just going to down tune, or rather up tune, or whatever I want to. Let's go a little bit more. That's nice. Ha! Right, let's just keep going. Fuck the CPU. The only problem is with when you've got loads of layers like this, it's really hard to start tweaking all of them, so it's actually probably best to not do that. And actually, it doesn't really sound that different. I think it sounds better with saws. If you want to like do loads of layering, do like hyper saw. Let's turn that envelope off. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay. 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 You do this nice little get os envelope from copy from oscillator A. And then why don't we just stick a little bit of reverb on? Quite a short. But let's EQ out the low before it goes in. Let's chuck in an LFO for a laugh, get a bit of more percussive sounding, but turn all those off. Then link it to the filter. Oh, I'm going to go down, down. Let's bring in the arpeggiator and go all electro. Let's electro the shit out of it. drum and bass EDM pop hit bass line. Sorry, it's devolved into 80s synth. Stack up the saw waves and detune them. We can do some time to velocity here with some random velocity coming from the arpeggio. Okay, I better stop there because I don't really know if this video has been any good or not. And let's go all the way down till it's nothing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope my friends on Patreon who suggested I do this also enjoyed it. I guess I'll go and put this set on Patreon now for people to download if they want to. See you again very soon. Goodbye, I love you.